Brexit blackmail. Tory rebels demand PM Sophie use stance or face further vote humiliation. Conservative rebels, who weakened Theresa May's negotiating position last week in the House of Commons by voting to give MPs the final say over the Brexit deal, have approached the Prime Minister to demand that she change her negotiating stance to listen to their viewpoint. The politicians are said to have tried to blackmail Mrs May and her Chief of Staff, Gavin Barwell, by threatening to vote with Labour on future EU bills if they do not support their position. The Conservatives have a minority government, leaving them at risk to defeats from rebellions. One Remoaner Tory is reported to have told Mr Barwell, "If you're clever, you will reach over the head of Jeremy Corbyn and go to those sensible Labour people and put the hard Brexiteers back in their box." Labour's position on Britain's future relationship with Brussels is muddled by confusion and mixed messages, giving Conservative Remoaners hope they can team up with those on the opposition benches who support their view of a softer Brexit. Another Tory rebel told The Guardian, "At the moment, the Labour Party is terribly divided and therefore there are quite a large body of independent-minded Labour MPs who would be willing to respond positively to a request to provide support to a government that is seen to be doing the right thing. I think the danger is that if she leaves it too late, the window will close on that." In the referendum, the Leave campaign pledged that divorce from the EU would mean the UK could take back control of immigration, laws and the right to make trade agreements with countries outside Bloc of 27. However, now a group of prominent Labour MPs are said to be trying to gather support for a vote in Parliament that would see the UK remain a member of the Single Market and Customs Union. Membership of the group would mean the UK would continue to abide by EU laws, accept freedom of movement, and be tied to trade agreements struck by the Brussels elite. It is feared the Tory mutineers may be planning to support the proposals. Chuka Umunna, one of the MPs believed to be trying to meddle in the Brexit process by causing such a vote, said, "There is no doubt that last week's vote has strengthened the hand of Philip Hammond, Amber Rudd and Greg Clark, the soft Brexit advocates in Cabinet. Members from across the whole House will now be looking to them to use their newfound leverage to bring some coherence and sanity to bear on the unsustainable negotiating position of the government." However, despite the maneuvering from MPs in her own party and in Labour, the Prime Minister has vowed not to let the Brexit process be derailed by those unwilling to accept the result of last year's referendum. Writing in yesterday's Sunday Express, Mrs May wrote, "I will not be derailed from my duty to deliver your democratic decision. Amid all the noise, this government is getting on with the job. We are looking ahead with optimism as we secure a smooth and orderly Brexit while taking back control of our borders, money and laws once again." She added, "We are seizing the opportunity to build a Britain fit for the future." Theresa May lost last week's Parliament vote by 209 votes to 305. Prominent ex-ministers including Dominic Grieve, Anna Soubry and Nicky Morgan were among the 11 MPs who defied the Conservative whip during the vote.